You just started your clothing brand, you got your samples back, you got your mock-ups popping, your website is looking good, and you are finally ready to launch your clothing brand. And then you stop and realize, oh how do I even get customers? I don't know the first thing about marketing. Trust me, you are not alone, and I am 100% here to help. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the best strategies you need to be using to market your clothing brand effectively. And by utilizing all these strategies together, I have helped previous clients have well over 10K months for their brands. So make sure you watch the full video because every strategy is needed for your success. Now, the very first strategy that you want to implement is setting up your email and text marketing. This is vital for your success, like I really can't stress this enough. Incorporating email or text message marketing with your Shopify store or any e-commerce website allows your brand to enhance your relationship with your customers and improve customer retention. When properly integrated, you can track and record every action taken, from clicks to purchases, creating a complete history of interactions with each customer. This just allows a better understanding of behaviors and interests, so you don't waste money on products your audience isn't really rocking with, so you can further enhance customer interaction with your brand. This might sound all nice and fancy or even overwhelming, but trust me, this is something that you want to set up like before you even get your first customer. I personally recommend checking out OmniSend. It is one of my favorite email marketing platforms because of how easy it is to set up and use and how well the software gathers information on your customers and showcases it to you in a very easily digestible way. Also, another cool thing about OmniSend is that they already have a lot of super dope templates already built out for you, which honestly is a lifesaver. Things like abandoned cart emails, welcome emails, special promos, you name it, they have it. I do have a discount code for all my subscribers in the description down below if you would like to check out OmniSend 100% for free. Once you get your email marketing set up, you need to entice people to get on your email list, so definitely get creative here. Offer discounts, exclusive offers, etc. FYI, email marketing has a $36 return on investment for every dollar spent. Whatever money that you might lose on the front end getting people to sign up for your email list, you will most definitely get back on the back end from repeat and loyal customers. Now, the next strategy that you want to use is SEO or search engine optimization. If you are new to SEO, it's actually a really simple concept to learn and implement. When people search for specific things on Google, you want your website to pop up. Let's just say you sell HBCU t-shirts. When somebody searches for that on Google, the first website that pops up is more than likely going to get the sale. Now, Google's ranking system has definitely gotten smarter over the years, but I want to give you some simple strategies that you can use and implement right now that really can go a long way. So the first thing that you want to do is tell Google that your website exists in the first place. Google can't throw your website alley-oops if it doesn't even know you're there. Now, the process of doing this is called indexing your website. If you're using Shopify, it is extremely easy to do this, and Shopify has a full step-by-step guide for you. Now, if you're using something like Squarespace or WooCommerce, it might already index your website for you. Once you make sure Google knows your website exists, there are 3 really important optimizations you want to complete and consider for your website. The first thing that you want to take a look at is your product URLs. You want to make sure it describes the product you actually are selling. Now, this first example is a bad URL. As you can see, it doesn't tell Google what product you're selling, which is horrible for SEO. This second example is a good URL. You see how it clearly describes what's happening on your product page. You want to do this for all your product pages, so Google knows what you are selling. The second thing you want to do is use keywords for your product images. Google is smart, but it's still not smart enough to know what your images are unless you tell it. So you want to make sure that you describe your image and use specific keywords you know your target audience is using. You also want to use these same keywords on your product page's descriptions as well, but don't overdo it. You want your product descriptions to sound natural and normal. Less is more in this case. Okay, so moving forward, the next strategy that you want to use is social media marketing. You probably already know how important social media marketing is and how beneficial it can be for your brand, but you probably don't know where to start. Now, the very first thing that I always ask my clients before we even dive deep into developing a social media strategies are these following questions. Number one, what is your brand? What does it stand for? What is the vibe you are going for? And who do you want wearing your clothes? I would really challenge you to really take your time and think about your answers to these questions because it is going to shape your messaging and the type of content you need to create. Once you have these questions answered, you want to start researching your competitors and see what is working for them and really think about what you could do better or what you could do differently that can make your brand stand out. Now, don't spend too much time on this part. You definitely don't need to reinvent the wheel, but also please don't 100% steal anybody's content. At this point, if you did all your homework, you should have all the necessary ingredients to really build an effective social media strategy. Now, when it comes to choosing what social media platform to use and what types of content you should create, etc., it's honestly really going to depend on your personal bandwidth. However, I do recommend heavily focusing on short form video content on Instagram and TikTok to start off with. Then you can add platforms like YouTube and Pinterest down the line if you have more time. The content you create should resemble your brand and the aesthetic you're going for the particular collection you're trying to promote. Also, a good rule of thumb is your target audience should be able to see themselves in your content. The main point of social media is just to bring awareness to your brand and to build community. If your pieces are dope, trust me, people will go to your website and purchase from you, so please don't be overly salesy. If you're getting value this far, if you can like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. We are almost at 10K subscribers, which is honestly super mind-blowing. Everything we have gone over thus far, you can do 100% for free. Straight organic, whole food, Trader Joe's marketing strategies. However, these strategies take a while to take effect and require a lot of patience. If you're looking to scale quickly and speed things up a little bit, you want to use paid advertising to expedite the process. Now, as a quick disclaimer, running paid ads is like pouring gasoline on a fire. But if you don't already have some sort of fire started, you can waste a lot of money on paid advertising. So make sure that you have your ducks in a row first. Now, with that out the way, the first paid strategy you want to start testing is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing has exploded over the last several years and can be a very powerful tactic to use, especially when you're first getting started. Effective influencer marketing campaigns is all about trust. Sometimes it can be very difficult to get people to click on your ads, especially if they have no idea who you are. Following the recommendations of an influencer can feel more natural and organic. I call it word of mouth on steroids. Now, picking the right influencers to work with can be trickier than you might think. Pick the wrong influencer and you could lose a lot of money and even hinder your brand's reputation. So when picking influencers, you want to make sure that you properly vet them. So always request a media kit, which should include their demographic, follower accounts, how well their audience engages with their content, etc. And it's always good to ask what other brands they have worked with in the past and what were the results of the campaign. It may seem a little OCD, but trust me, the more info you can get on the influencer and their audience, the better you can judge whether or not you want to work with them. Also, the more followers an influencer has doesn't necessarily mean you'll have better results. So test out different influencers and different follower count ranges. Now, the last strategy that you want to use is social media ads. I personally believe everybody should start off with learning Facebook ads before they learn any other platform. And in this video right here, I walk you through step by step how to run Facebook ads for your clothing brand.